Good day, my name is Cassius Baker, and today I'll be presenting my portion of the BSG Online game presentation. The BSG Online game is a strategizing game that we played during this semester in the business policies class. You are paired up with one other person or two people, and you guys are the CEOs of a company. And with that company, you're supposed to take a certain product. In this case, our product was shoes. And you're supposed to take that product and make all of these decisions, business decisions, as far as making the product, selling the product, where to sell the product, making the price for the product. So it's a business strategizing game for a footwear industry. The name of our company is Awesome Footwear. In the presentation, we will go over different slides to show you our business making strategies in reference to the earnings per share slides, the revenue slides, the credit report slides, and everything like that. All of those numbers are based on the decisions and the strategies that we made for our given company. Here's an overview, okay? We would like to thank Dr. Wu, which is our professor, for the BSG Online game experience, okay? We learned many lessons from this. Many lessons such as group work, teamwork, and collaboration, improving decision-making, loss and wins, face the competition, and face the pressure of growth. Now this overview here, there's a lot of different things that we've learned in this game and how to compete with our partners, how to compete with our competitors that's in the same market as us, and how to make decisions based on the decisions that they make. So it's a lot of back and forth. You have to go in, check your numbers, check your strategies every day until that week is over. So the first slide that we see here is total revenues. Now, as you can see, the first 4 years we did not do so good for the simple fact that we were just learning how to play the games, and we were basically just putting in numbers to see if these numbers would work with these numbers and what numbers would have effect on other numbers and the outcome of our overall game. So the first 4 years, we did not do so well. After about year 14, definitely getting into year 15, as you will see in all of our slides from year 15, all of our growth tends to go upwards. We didn't have much of any declines if we had any. Okay? So right here, our revenue slides for the last 6 years, we got control of the company and made the right decisions. Revenues were increased and gradually got up to 800 million. As you can see down there in year 20, when he did his best, it's about 800 million year 20 and year 19. Okay? Earnings per share, all right? So, like I say, as you can see, at year 15 is when it really started to take off for our company. From year 15, we increased earnings per share all the way up to a max of $30 in year 20. The first few years, not so great. As you can see, the blue line indicates the investors' expectations. That's what the investors that invest into our company expect us to make year in and year out. So after year 15, we did what the investors wanted us to do and better every year until the end of the game. Return on equity investments, the ROE. From year 15, we kept control of the ROE, even at a higher level than investors' expectation at over 30% compared with 15% of investors' expectation. At the same time, it is difficult to increase the return on equity. But as you can see, at year 15, we went above and stayed above the investors' expectations. Okay? Credit rating. Credit rating, we've always done a pretty good job in the credit rating. The only year was year 11 that we dropped below the investors' expectation. So with that being said, our credit, being that our credit was great, we were able to obtain net profits, high net profits, which made it easy to return the loans to banks that we had borrowed. So we pay our loans off early, which means it boosts our credit ratings as well. We had enough extra cash to do expansions for new constructions and factories, and we invested back into the company. So that's how we were able to maintain such a high credit rating. stock prices, okay? So now if you can see, the max stock price that we obtained was in year 20, and that was at $600 per share. Now, in the beginning of the game, like I say, we were not too familiar with the numbers, the strategies, and what to do and where to put numbers and stuff like that. Had we started out making the decisions and choices that we made towards the end of the game, as we did at the beginning of the game, we could have got our shares up more than 600 per share. But 600 per share for our group and for our game, it was a substantial amount. Image rating, okay? Now when it comes to image rating, all right, the highest image rating for us was a 98, which was in years 19 and years 20, okay? For year 14, we took control over the decisions and increased the image rating over the years. Now what we did as far as the image rating, we did corporate responsibility, okay? We are sustainable. We made some choices as far as sustainable as when it comes to making the shoes. And then we also hired some celebrities endorsements to advertise our product for us. So that helped boost our image rating as well. Global market shares, okay? Now if you look, we have successfully maintained global market shares at a highs of about 20% over the years, which contributed strongly in increasing and maintaining image rating for the company at high levels, okay? We combine strong advertising, high capacity of production, large numbers of models, and high SQ ratings to get high market shares, okay? So now if you look at this graph over here to my left, you can see in year 10, not too bad. Up to year 13, we took a dive. We picked back up in year 14, 15, 16, so forth and so on. Our global market shares began to rise and they stayed up as far as competing with the other companies. Okay, so now if you look at this, company A's price and SQ rating, company A's market shares. You can see these lines. The blue line represents the internet price. The red line represents the wholesale price. The orange line represents the SQ rating. So as you can see, like I say, in year 14, it was our worst point. At that point, we'd already figured out how to play the game. So you can see in the following year or the next week, which is year 15, everything picks up for us and stay on the up and up throughout the entire game based on our decisions and our strategies that we made. So our strategic vision for the company reads as follows. Our strategic goal as a leading company in the industry is to continually diversify our strategies to meet the changing of market demands and customers' expectations. Focusing on customer values and large selections throughout investments in update production capabilities, we bring good quality products to customers at reasonable prices globally. So our intent is to have low prices or reasonable prices, but make a good product and to sell our product globally, okay, to do this worldwide. And we were able to do that in the North American market. We're able to do it in the European market and also in the Asian market. Okay. So here's an overview of our results. As you can see, as compared to all the other 8 companies, we were number 1, okay? We ended up winning the game for our class. We had the highest scores in all the categories, which in turn made us the winners. So as compared to the other 7 groups or the other 7 companies, we had an investor's expectation score of 120. We had best industrial score of 100 and overall score of 110. Okay, our closest competitor was B&A Footwear at 115 for the investors' expectations. Best to date industry score, they had a 62, and their overall score was an 89. Okay. So what this slide shows, or the next few slides are going to show, are our expectations for the next 2 years. What target points were we gunning for, or that we think we would hit the next 2 years? Should we keep everything the way we're doing it and make the same decisions or better decisions and strategies as moving forward? So as we look earnings per share, we're looking to hit about 32, 35 for year 21 and year 22. And we get that based off of looking at our trend from year 11 all the way down to year 20. In year 20, we ended with 30.46. So we figure year 21, year 22, we can do 32 to 35 earnings per share. Okay? ROE, return on equity, same thing. Company A up top, look at years 11 through 20, and as we can see, it's on the increase each year after each year. So that's why we're looking at about 32 to 33 that we're looking for as far as percentage on return on equity. All right, so we ended year 20 with 25.1, and we feel we can get all the way up to 32, 33 for year 21 and year 22 should we continue to play the game. Next 2 years, as far as the credit rating goes, we've had a pretty steady credit rating from the beginning of time, so we feel like, based on our decisions and choices, we will continue to have a good credit rating. As far as paying our bills on time, our loans, generating more cash, and at the same time, we're investing that cash into the company to build new factories or to build new buildings or plants of that nature. Okay, finally, image rating. Our image rating, what we're looking to do, is about 98 to 100. Our overall for year 18 and year 20, year 18 through year 20, as you can see, we did 94 as an average. But for year 19, we did 97, year 20, we did 98. So like I said in the previous slides, if we continue to do what we've done so far, and continue to make the right decisions and choices, then we can achieve that 98 to 100 when it comes to image rating. Okay, so that is my segment of the BSG game presentation. My partner, Alyssa Woodard, will take it from here. Thank you.